This is the video he posted. This video is by Andrew Gabriel-Roth. And you all know who Andrew Gabriel-Roth is. He translated, I'm going to put that in quote marks, he translated the Aramaic English New Testament and so on and so forth. All right, here we go. Here's Andrew Gabriel-Roth. Now, he's talking about, I suppose we should set this up a little bit. The Hezekiah's seal was found recently.
Well, it's like summer of 2009.
Yeah, summer of 2009, exactly. And so they found a bunch of different stuff. They found a ton of different things. And now they're just now starting to publish what they have found. So on December 2nd of this year, just a week ago or whatever, 2 weeks ago, they released some of their findings. One of the things that they released was this Hezekiah's seal. And what this is, it was a seal that would go around documents. Okay, so let's say, Rob Van Hoff is the king of Washington, and he says, I need to get a message to Caleb, but my internet's down. So what does he do? He writes a letter, okay, and he has this little almost like a button, okay, and he puts a string around the document that he's going to send me, and then to seal it up, he puts this button on and he wraps the string around the button. So now everyone knows that this button that has the seal of Rob Van Hoff on it, it's from Rob, and it's officially from Rob because it has the seal. He gives it to a courier or whatever. That courier brings it to me. I see it. I say, oh, it's important because it's from Rob Van Hoff, and I can see that by the seal. Okay? It's kind of like the return address that you put on a letter. Ancient return address. So this is what Andrew Gabriel-Roth is talking about. Now, keep in mind, Marty Hertz put this on the Robin, and it's still there. Okay, so you can watch this whole video if you want to.
Yeah, we didn't hunt this out.
We did not hunt this out. This was put on to try to prove to us that the Temple Mount is somewhere else. Listen to Andrew Gabriel-Roth.
Hezekiah's seal was found in an amazing place, in the exact right place. Previous seals with Hezekiah's name on it were not found what they call in situ, which is in their original place on the ground. They kind of made their way in the 1990s into the black market trade, and that means that you don't have pictures of its provenance where it was originally found, but here we do. So let me just show you this. This is the area of where Hezekiah's seal was found. This area right here. And you'll notice that this is the Dome of the Rock. Of traditional Jewish people believe that the temple is below here.
Okay, hang on just a sec. I just want to say he's referencing the picture that is now on Facebook. So
yeah. And just so it was found in 2009. So he's got that it was found. No, it's just he's referring to an article that was published on December 2nd. The actual seal was found 2009.
Yeah, correct. Okay, let's keep going.
But we're part of a growing number of scholars that believe the temple is not here at all. It's a third of a mile southwest in the exact area where this seal was.
Okay, hang on just a second. Now, this clip is still not done. He says that we are part of a growing number of scholars who believe that this is not the location of the Temple Mount. Okay, first of all, what are you talking about? Andrew Gabriel-Roth has not had formal training in anything biblical.
Well, we understand scholarship to be different things. When he talks about scholar, he has a certain thing in mind, similar to like the Et Sefer guy would consider himself a scholar. Andrew Gabriel-Roth's going to consider himself a scholar.
Okay, but
it's just a different word.
Here's my point. If you go to the SBL, and we're going to use the SBL as basically the measuring stick because the SBL is where you have the majority of Bible scholars in the world converging at one time. If you go to the SBL, I have not heard one person present a paper, present the idea that the temple is located where Andrew Gabriel-Roth is saying.
And here's the thing, to show the dependency, the reason Andrew Gabriel-Roth has the information he has, the reason that Et Sefer guy has the books in English that he has is because of scholars.
At the SBL.
At the SBL. or in an archaeological society like, like Dr. Mazar She is a top Israeli. She's like third generation Israeli archaeologist. That means her mom or dad was one, and then her grandparent was an Israeli archaeologist. So we're talking deep, deep roots. It's because of her work. She's the scholar, and she's the archaeologist who does the grueling day-to-day work to come up with the find. I think what Andrew Gabriel-Roth is doing in this case, he's taking a little bit of information from the hard work of Dr. Mazar and running to make it mean something in a completely different context that Mazar would go, no.
But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, though, Rob, is that if Andrew Gabriel-Roth truly thinks that he and other scholars are coming up with these great ideas and that they are making headway in these finds, then why wouldn't they take them to places like the SPL?
It's just the same reason why. It's the Patterns of Evidence movie. Remember you met the guy. He had no idea what the SPL was, and he's already produced a movie interviewing. So he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know this existed." Well, that's the problem. We have a disconnect. We have people who are out in the marketplace able to buy books. We have the dumpster diving of the internet. People go and search and find and put together their own little puzzle pieces without reference to a larger, actual published knowledge.
In my opinion,
so that's the gap.
In my opinion, if you're going to make new theological breakthroughs and try to put forth new archaeological ideas and those kind of things, you have to take them before, you have to be able to defend them and present them even to the world of scholarship that dabbles in this.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We can post this other video that is on a website that actually interviews Dr. Mazar, and she takes you to the site and she shows you the site. It's building from the time of Solomon. It's like a royal house. There's all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I got a clip of her. There
was a garbage pit, and that's where they found it in this garbage heap. And this building that they've unearthed is from the time of Solomon. It's not a temple. There's no temple there.
Well, hang on just a sec, because I actually think that you might have misunderstood her. She says that royal. Okay, well, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Anyway, let's listen to the end of this clip. But the point is that I don't think that there's any growing number of scholars who are now believing that the temple's in a different place. I've never heard that from any scholar.
Well, that's why it sells. That's why it sizzles, because it's like I discovered that there were books missing from the Bible.
Okay, so
that's what the other guy was saying.
In this book and in this video, Andrew Gabriel-Roth is basically saying that they found this seal of Hezekiah. Okay, and Marty Hertz, when he posted this video to our Facebook page, what is his caption? His caption is, this is great, by the way. Thank you, Marty, for posting this. While you were away, must see Hezekiah's seal find points the real location of the temples. So the question is why does Marty and why does Andrew believe that this has anything to do with the location of the temple? Let's listen. There's only 23 seconds left of this clip, and then I got another one from Roth.
Found. So that's what I'm saying here. It's found southwest of that mosque. There's another arrow pointing to it here.
Referencing
and that is exactly where we would expect an original seal of a Judahite king to be found. We'll get a little bit more into some detail with that.
Okay, so he's going to go more into he's going to go more into detail on that. But the question the instantaneous question that I had is why? Why would we expect a seal from a king to be found, first of all, at the Temple Mount?
It's a centimeter long. It could be moved. It could.
But
who knows?
Okay, but the point is more broad than that. The king wasn't sitting in the temple writing his documents down and sending them out all over the place. It's not like he had his secretary doing work up in the Holy of Holies. And not only that, but the king was not the only one who used the king's seal. It's like, do you think that when you send in a letter to President Obama, you say, hey, can I get your autograph? He sends you back a letter, right? With the autograph. You think that he actually wrote that? No. He has a secretary working in the White House who prints them all out. They're not even done with ink, with a pen. So the same thing is happening with this. Hezekiah has these seals. He's got people sending stuff out all over all the time. Why in the world would we think that Hezekiah was up on the Temple Mount throwing his seals around?